Hey guys, welcome to Protein Treats by Nutracelle. I'm Melanie, and today I have a special treat for you. Who here thought you could ever have protein chips? That's right, I'm gonna show you how to make zero carb, crispy, delicious chips that come out, you can dip with them, and they're gonna give you that salty flavor that you might be craving in the evening. So let's get started. Let's make some yummy protein chips together. Make sure you stick around to the end too, because we're going to be posting some of your guys' pictures. Our viewers have lost all sorts of weight by following our recipes, so we're celebrating your guys' success and posting your pictures. If you want your picture too, if you've been doing this and you've been following along with us, send me your pictures. I would love to post them up and give you a big shout out for all of your hard work. You can always email us at info@nutracelle.com. I will put it in the description below for you. In the meantime, chips, baby, let's do this. The craziest part of this recipe is it is so easy and uses just a few ingredients. Wait till you see this, guys. You need a 1/4 cup of egg whites. Now I'm using egg whites from a carton. If you're using real egg whites that you're separating from the yolk, then you'd need about 2 large eggs, so 2 large egg whites. I have 1 tablespoon of water. I have some herbs and spices here that I'm using. Now I like mine to be pretty spicy. So I've got some cayenne pepper and some Frank's red hot sauce and that kind of thing. But you could use like rosemary, garlic. You could use almost any kind of flavoring that you want for your chips. And then I have some finely grated cheddar cheese here, and we're gonna sprinkle those on at the end. And then you're gonna need 1 tablespoon of your natural Nutracelle. And that's it. Now I'm gonna put everything in the blender because I find it mixes it perfectly. So I'm gonna start with my egg whites. And egg whites are so great because really they're super low in calories, but also it's really high in protein. And then I'm gonna add my tablespoon of water in. And I am adding all my spices that I've decided to use. And I'm gonna get my tablespoon of natural Nutracelle. And what's so great about using natural Nutracelle, not only is there no flavor, but you're getting that prebiotic fiber that you need that helps your body lose weight, and you're getting some protein in there. Just gonna put a little titch more because that wasn't quite full. There we go. And that's it. How easy was that, you guys? I'm gonna put the lid on and we're gonna blend this up a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make these chips. Okay, look at this. And I know it doesn't look like much. Look at that. It just looks like you've got kind of a tiny little bit of colored water on the bottom, but trust me, these are gonna turn out amazing. Okay, so you can use a muffin tin, or like me, I have a little bun tin that's a little bit more shallow. It will make about 24 of these chips. So if you know you're a chip person and you want more, you can always double or even triple this recipe. Now the trick here is 2 steps. Make sure that your pan is well greased so that they don't stick to the bottom. So I've used a spray olive oil. And then you want to make sure that you're measuring out a really small amount on the bottom of your tin. That's what's going to get it nice and crispy for you. So the easiest way to do that is to measure it out using a teaspoon. Put 1 teaspoon of this liquid on the bottom of each one of the tin cups. So just like this. And it's gonna look like it's not enough. Don't worry, it is. You just barely want it to cover the bottom. Now, like I said, you can use almost any herbs or spices that you really like. You could use some garlic and garlic salt if you wanted, or you can even, if you've used some of those toppings, if you get some of those popcorn flavorings, for example. Now, popcorn's super high in carbs, so I don't eat any of it, but you can get things like your salt and vinegar, and that would taste amazing if you mixed it in. Now you're probably wondering what on earth the cheese is for. And what the cheese is gonna do is it's gonna give it that extra crispy bit, plus it's really flavorful, and it's gonna make your chip just a little bit stronger so that it can hold up to dipping or whatever it is that you want to do when you're snacking on them later. So just take a little sprinkle, literally just a pinch, and go ahead and place it right, sort of disperse it right over the top of each one. And you don't need very much at all, just a little tiny bit over each one of your chips. And now that you have it sprinkled with your cheese, you can go ahead and put that in the oven. You're gonna cook it for about 10, maybe 12 minutes. You really wanna keep an eye on it at 400 degrees. The reason why you wanna keep an eye on it is because it's gonna start to turn, each one of them will turn brown and crispy around the edges, and you can tell they'll kind of start to lift a little bit, just like a real chip. You wanna keep your eye out because you don't wanna burn them, and you also don't wanna undercook them. So let's go ahead and pop these in. I'll show you just how amazing and crunchy these turn out. Okay, look at this. We have crispy, yummy, delicious chips, and I'm just gonna put them onto the wire rack here. One thing you wanna make sure is when these come out of your oven, you're gonna be shocked at how crispy they are. You don't wanna put them like on a counter or on a plate, because what will happen as they cool is they will start to get really wet and they'll lose their crisp. So make sure you use a little wire rack, just like I'm doing here. And look at that. Look at this, you guys. Can you see how thin and yummy this is? You have just made your own healthy chips that taste absolutely amazing. I'm actually gonna show you, I'm gonna dip it right here in my garlic dip, and look at that. They dip completely perfectly, just like a chip. They're gonna satisfy that salty craving that you might have at the end of the night, and it makes a whole batch. These are so filling, you're gonna love them. And make sure you subscribe so you get more of these super yummy recipes every week, every Friday when we put out a new one that will help you lose weight and feel amazing with the food you love. So I really need to taste this because these are so delicious. They smell so good. Oh, crunchy, so crunchy. If you've been craving crunchy, you've been craving salty, make these, you're going to love them. Of course, check out at the end some of our amazing viewers with how much weight they've lost, and we will see you guys back here next week. Bye guys.